In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at Eufy's latest robot vac. Check it out. What's going on, guys? I hope you're all doing well. Massive thank you to Eufy for sponsoring today's video and also for providing me with this unit of the X9 Pro for the purposes of this video. Last year, Eufy released the X8, which was one of the first robot vacuums to feature twin turbines, which boasted a whopping 4000 PA, and in robot vacuum terms, that is a lot of suction. Fast forwarding on to now, and Eufy have been refining the X8, and at CES 2023, they showed off the brand new X9, which is the successor to that X8. So let's take a little look at the X9 and find out if it's a worthwhile upgrade. Inside the box, you'll find the Eufy Clean X9 Pro Quick Start Guide, the actual X9 robot vacuum itself, a power cable for the docking station, a spare filter for the robot, and of course the docking station. So that's what's in the box, but what about the upgrades? The most apparent upgrade to the robot is its brand new matte black finish and its total redesigned shape. No longer does this vacuum follow the traditional circular shape, it's now more of a... I'm not actually sure what you'd call the shape. It's kind of like an elongated D, but it's not quite a D-shaped robot. It's more of a D-shaped with a circular front. So whatever that shape is, this robot now is. Just like with the rest of the X9's new features and its new design, there is actually some method behind Eufy's madness, and the reason that they've adopted this brand new D-shaped design is primarily due to the fact that D-shaped robots can actually get better coverage over corners, and they can just get into these angles a lot more efficiently than the circular shaped robots. I personally love this brand new design, and now that it's no longer shiny, it doesn't attract dirt, dust or fingerprints as much as the previous design, and it also just makes it look and feel a lot more premium. The new paint job and the new design for the robot also carry across to the docking station, which actually happens to be our next upgrade. For the X9, the docking station has been totally overhauled. No longer is it just a small little dock, but instead it's this much larger dock, which isn't actually as big as some of the other premium robot vacuums on the market. Instead of the small charging dock, the X9 now features a medium-sized drive-in dock, so the X9 will drive into this dock to charge up. But not only that, this new dock also houses both the dirty water and clean water tanks, which are used for both cleaning and replenishing all of the water for the robot's mops. The new docking station will automatically provide the robot's mops with clean water, and it will also automatically clean them after it returns from a cleaning session. Any dirty water will be carried away and filtered out into the dirty water tank, and if the robot isn't going back out, the dock will also automatically heat the pads up to clean them and dry them, and also to just kill off any bacteria that might be hanging onto the mops. As I mentioned, this robot features a medium-sized dock, so it's not a teeny tiny one, but it's also not a super huge big one, and the reason that it is medium-sized is because it only houses the capabilities for charging, cleaning and drying, and it also just houses those water tanks, so there's no dustbin emptying system inside of here, so you won't be able to put a bag in, or it won't suck any of the dirt and debris out of the robot, so that is still going to be a manual process. On the top of this dock, there's also no physical buttons, but in the case and the design with this robot, that's not really an issue because the robot protrudes enough that you can actually easily access the buttons on the top of it. And I know the whole docking station with the ability to dry mops and clean them isn't something that's brand new, but it is a feature that's brand new to the Eufy range, which again, this leads us nicely onto our next upgrade, which is all about the mops. This year, Eufy have gone all in with integrating mops into their robot vacuum range, and it isn't just a simple copy and paste job from other robot vacuums. There is definitely a bit of thought that's gone into the whole design process for the mops. For a start, the mop heads aren't just a standard circular shape, they're this hexagonal shape, and the reason for that is because this shape gives you different edges, and those edges allow you to get better coverage when it's mopping, and it can get closer to things like walls and small spaces. The shape of the mop heads isn't the only thing that's been thought about. The X9 features dual spinning mops which can spin at a rate of 180 RPM, and they've got a downward pressure of 1 kilogram. This means you're going to get some serious scrubbing action as opposed to the standard drag a little mop head around behind it, or just the ones that just actually spin the mop heads. As well as being able to push down 1 kilogram of pressure to each mop head, the robot can actually raise these mops up when it detects carpet. So on the bottom of the robot is a carpet sensor, and if this is activated, those mop heads will actually raise by 12mm, which should give it enough clearance to cover most carpets. The mop heads for this robot are fully removable, so if you did want to take them off to put some new ones on, or to just chuck them in the wash and wash them by hand, then you could do that. But because you've got that 12mm of lift, it should clear most carpets, avoiding that whole wet soggy carpet issue. And it does also have that dedicated carpet sensor, so it should be quite accurate with knowing when to lift it and knowing when to drop it. Mops have definitely been a big focus for this robot, but eufy didn't focus solely on just the mops and nothing else. They did upgrade some of the existing hardware. So this year we've got the same twin turbines, but instead of being 4000 PA of suction, we've now got 5500, so this robot really does suck. It's a robot vacuum joke. The robot's main roller brush and side brushes have also received upgrades, so instead of the traditional bristle style brushes, they now feature what's known as anti-tangle brushes, which basically use these rubberized fins to hopefully stop the tangling of the hair and other bits that get caught up in it. And before you ask, anti-tangle does not mean tangle proof, so you can still expect hair and other bits to get wrapped around this thing and get trapped, but because it's using these new rubberized fins, that kind of thing should happen a lot less than it does with the bristle style brushes. So if you just keep up with your regular maintenance and checking the parts out, then it should be all good. The next upgrade is one that I don't see on many robot vacuums at all, and it's a godsend if you happen to be a pet owner or a parent, but it's the ability to lock the robot. Pressing and holding on the robot's spot clean button for a couple of seconds will actually put the robot into a child lock mode, and in this mode, none of the physical buttons will actually trigger the robot.
Child lock on, buttons locked. The child lock has been activated. Long press the spot cleaning button or use the app to deactivate the child lock and try again. The child lock has been activated. Long press the spot.
There's been so many times with my other robot vacuums where the dogs press buttons on it, or the kids have been messing around and they click buttons, and then the robot will drive out into toys or lots of other things it shouldn't, and this is just a nice feature to actually have. With the child lock, you can also trigger this remotely using the eufy app, so if you wanted to do it with your app you could, or you can just simply press and hold on the robot itself. Saving the best till last then, we've got a big upgrade to the robot's optics. The X9 now uses what eufy are calling AIC, and this brand new optic system is what allows the robot to do all of its navigation and all of its manoeuvring. Using eufy's new AI, the robot's able to quickly map out rooms, detect objects on the floor, and the time of flight sensors that this thing has is really quick. So if you just chucked a cable or a shoe or something in front of this robot, it's going to know that it's there and it will actually be able to avoid it. I did a few tests where I set up a small obstacle course consisting of cables, clothes and other bits, and this robot had no problem navigating around it. It could go right up to the object and then it could turn around and swerve around it and just avoid the thing as you'd expect a proper obstacle avoidance robot to do. What's cool about the new vision system is that anything that the robot sees and detects as an object will actually be visual on the robot's map. So if it's a shoe or a bit of clothing or a cable or something like that, you'll actually see the little icons appear on the map. And again, this isn't something that's brand new to robot vacuums. We have seen this on lots of other robot vacuums, but this is brand new to the eufy one, and I'd say that this is probably one of the better implementations of this that I've seen. It's super quick and the obstacle avoidance just works.
It just works!
And there we go guys, that's been a quick look at eufy's brand new X9 robot vac. If you have enjoyed this video, then don't forget to drop me a like, and if you're not already, hit the subscribe button and ding dong the notification bell. You'll then be alerted to any future video that I do. As always, a massive thank you to these awesome dudes. These awesome dudes are my patrons and also my YouTube members, and if you are interested in helping support my channel, which in turn allows me to create content like this, then you'll find links to all of those places in the description below. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.